Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. And boy, oh boy, do we have a good show, a great show for you today. Of course, joining me are my fellow fighting Mr. Karl De Mesa and JC Reyes of Destroy MNL. Ayan, no? What's up, everybody? What's up? Teka lang, yan na natin tayo.
Daming
Ayan.
nangyari.
Yung mga ano nyo, yung mga mic niya.
Tsaka hitik
Daming nangyari,
ang show.
sobra.
Diba?
So it's going to be a fun-filled show. It's action-packed. We'll do our best to compress everything tonight. We'll tell you the winning fighters, the winning moves, and the fighters that you should be watching out. We'll tell their stories. Now, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Coach Franco's Corner. Please, everyone, we're going to talk about your favorite fighters and your favorite events. So please share this live feed. And then we're also live on MMA Davao. Everyone, right? It's going to be an action-packed episode. So please tune in. And then, again, share this video. Put your insights on the comment section.
Yes.
We would love to hear your thoughts, especially yung mga fights na napanood nyo. Now, let's get this going. Karl, please, what happened in UFC Fight Night?
Yes, sir. So, UFC Fight Night, Marachev versus Bobby Green. Napalitan ni Bobby Green yung previous na kaaway, which is, I kind of forget, but props to Bobby Green. Sorry?
Si Benil Dairouche dapat, diba?
Oh yeah, yun. Na-injure kasi.
Benil
Sobrang
Dairouche. Na-injure.
Elbow ata or knee.
Diba?
One of the finer.
Ano yan, tawag dito?
Would have been great, diba?
Yun nga eh.
Oo.
Sayang yun. Sayang.
Sayang eh.
Sayang yun.
Itong si Bobby Green.
Gusto ko sana
balls.
si Dariush versus Marachev eh.
Grappling
Better
defense.
test for Makachev sana si Darius.
That's true. Pero props to Bobby Green. 10 days.
I would love
stepping
for
up.
that fight to happen.
Yeah.
Although
Although it
Bobby
ended
Green
in
stepped up big time. As in, ano,
Pero do you think contrary dun sa sinabi ni Dana White na si Charles Oliveira na agad ang next na kalaban dapat ni Islam, dapat si
I don't agree.
Benil muna? Benil muna?
Justin muna sana.
pero ano yan
I
tawag
mean,
ito, ayan, tignan mo. Sabi ni Elijah Relly Aguilar, coach, pa-shoutout kay Bobby Green na napakalupit mag-defend ng takedown.
Kayo ganyan, wrestler daw siya, wrestler.
Pero kasi
previous to that, meron siyang di ba?
Diba? Tsaka Islam Makachev naman kasi yun. Medyo patawarin na natin si Bobby Green, di ba? Ako, I would forgive Bobby Green for not being able to defend the takedown. He was trying to do an isolated neck na choke or a front headlock guillotine, pero parang the Makachev was able to bring his legs together. As in, typical Khabib takedown, double leg, di ba? Compress the legs together, di ba? Get on top. Buti nga nakapag pa siya eh. He was able to do half guard, pero yun nga, it was the downward pressure. It was the superior grappling of Islam. Now, going back to the division. Okay, what do you think, Karl? Diba? Let's bring it back ng konti. Should he go after Dariush or wala? Are we gonna follow Uncle Dana? And speculations are ano na siya, title shot na siya.
I want the rankings respected sana. Like si na muna, Justin muna versus Lubrox. Like as much as I would like to see Benil versus Islam again, medyo matindi ata yung injury ni Benil. So whoever loses in the Justin versus the Bronx match, sana siya muna yung makuha kay Islam. And then Islam can step up. Parang mag-title defense ng another one si the Bronx. Whoever's like pulling star power sa division sana, bigay niyo na kay the Bronx muna after kay Justin. Pero come on. Bigyan nyo na. Bigyan nyo.
Oo
Kawawa
nga.
naman si Justin.
Oo.
Nanggagalaiti na si Trevor Whitman, di ba?
Oo.
Di ba?
Natalo na
Kawawa
siya ni
nga
Khabib,
di ba?
for Oliveira eh.
Hoy, props kay Coach Habib.
Oo.
Grabe. He had, I think, another fighter in Bellator.
Parang wala pa
kapatid ni
siyang
Magomed
talo,
Sharipov.
no?
Wala pa. As a coach, Coach Habib, wala pa.
Parang wala pa.
As a coach, wala pa.
He's the man.
Di ba?
Sa
Good track
the
record
UFC,
so
parang super
far.
sleeper fight night ito, guys eh.
Oo nga.
Misha Cirkunov actually was upset by a Brazilian. Pero yung pinaka takeaway ko dito sa fight night na to, yung surprising was Priscilla Cachoeira versus Jiyeon Kim, which turned out to be kakaibang slugfest. Yung tipong parang may utang yung kabila sa kanya. Kasi nagbaragagan lang sila sa ring eh.
Pero after the fight, kita mo kung sino yung barag talaga eh, no?
Ganda.
That
was good. That was a really
that
good
was amazing. It was a no-brainer fight of the night. And apparently, kahit natalo si Jiyeon Kim na ako, I mean, di ko alam kung ano pinapanood ng judges. But then again, di naman tayo judge. Diba? Ang laki ng significant strikes nung South Korean. Pero okay na rin kasi nanalo naman silang fight of the night. Tigsi 50 mil. I'm sure that kind of money will salve your conscience and your parang yung loss. Whet your appetite for another one. 50 mil din yun, di ba guys?
Oo. Di ba? Pang ano rin yun. Yan, biglang may question tayo from one of our avid fans. Di ba our educator, Moirine. Okay? Hi, Mamoy. Moirine Espinosa. Ano mas mahirap maging coach or fighter? Pareho lang. Mahirap both. Okay? It has its own challenges. Of course, physically, mas mahirap maging fighter. It's so hard to be a fighter because you have to go through camp, you have to cut weight, you have to go through pressures, physically, mentally, emotionally. Now, on the coach's side, there's more pressure on the emotional and psychological side because you have to prepare your fighter, you have to build a game plan, you have to strategize, you have to make sure that everything is peaking at the right
physical,
time.
emotional,
the whole
and mental
planning and execution. Oo. Kasi there's an old cliche, if the fighter wins, it's the fighters the credit goes to
Pero
the
if the
fighter.
fighter
loses, coaches bear the grunt most of the time because they are the ones who prepared the fighter. So for Islam, I think the main question remains kasi at saka I think the bigger criticism about Islam is that he's not really, di ba, parang nagiging padding yung nangyayari. He's dominating fighters, he's dominating his opponents. Pero
parang
he's
mga
not
no-name
really
daw
fighting any top 10 or top 5 guys. Oo, parang no-name.
Pero
well, it's not his fault naman, di ba?
Yun nga eh.
Yun eh. Bigyan nyo ng
it's not his fault.
10.
It's not his fault by no means.
Pero I guess parang yung
if you're
na initially parang
yun nga yung sinasabi nila. They're doing the Khabib route on him eh.
Diba? When he competed with the top guys, pinatunayan niya na, he's one badass dude that deserves to be on top.
Exactly. Kasi tawag dito, ang problema kasi, the way I see it, if Islam fights a top 5 guy and dominates that guy, di ba, ragdolls him, it puts the entire ranking in question.
Exactly.
Di ba? Disruptor siya eh. Islam is one of those disruptors. He's not flamboyant. He's not flashy, pero he gets the job done and he dominates
He
everyone.
also has a bit better striking than his coach. A bit better than Habib.
I agree. Way better. Way better striking. More chained movement, and then at the same time, mas seasoned, mas experienced in my opinion si Islam. He just needs he just really needs to improve his English. If he can talk straight, have a personality. Kasi si Khabib has personality eh. Si Islam parang neutral, stoic yung itsura niya. Pero if he develops a certain level of personality, he's going to be one bad like, wala tuloy ako. Parang he's gonna be one badass in the division na talagang everyone will be afraid of
Marketable.
him. Tsaka ano yan? Ano ba yun? Ang ano dyan is Gaethje or the Bronx. Everyone's gunning for the Bronx. I think the Bronx fight, do not downplay Oliveira. I think this is going to be a really good fight. So we're gonna look
Everybody's
forward to that.
underestimating
Antayin natin.
Charles eh.
Diba? Yun ang it's gonna be to his advantage that everyone is underestimating him. So that's it for UFC. Let's hop on over to ONE FC because we're very happy. Our boy, Drex Zamboanga.
Yeah.
Drex Zamboanga.
The man,
knocks out his
congratulations.
opponent in his new division. Big shout out to Drex
From
Zamboanga.
flyweight to lightweight.
Marok Force MMA, Marok Force team. Oo, di ba? From saan siya galing na division?
Parang flyweight eh.
Flyweight.
You may imagine from flyweight to lightweight.
Basta
siya,
diba? Tapos then lightweight. Lightweight is 145 or 155 sa one.
No.
Sa
Sa one ata parang
Ay,
yun,
165
diba?
na ata.
165 sa one.
Sa 110 pounds. Oo.
Diba? And so he doesn't have to cut weight. He can actually pack more muscle. All he needs to do now is maintain that strength and conditioning. Everyone's gonna question anytime a fighter would go up in the next weight class. People always question the cardio, the added muscle, the added weight. Diba? How is it gonna affect his performance? It was answered in that fight. Very good lightweight debut for Drex Zamboanga. Yung mga nung nagkukwentuhan kami ng mga tito sa fighting, it's very I think it's going to pave the way for a hypothetical sibling versus sibling matchup sa ONE FC. So it's going to be Christian
I would
Lee,
love
Zamboanga versus
that.
Angela Lee
Oh my
and Denise
God.
Zamboanga. Diba? That fight card will sell. Okay, that fight card alone will sell. So you put, diba, co-main event mo Christian Lee, Drex Zamboanga, then main
Drex
event
Zamboanga.
mo Denise Zamboanga versus Angela Lee. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Diba?
What if, guys?
Diba?
What if they both
People rarely
win?
watch. Diba? What if? Diba? What if they both win? What if? Diba? So are we? Diba? Are we riding that hype train? Put it in the comment section. Diba? Zamboanga siblings versus Lee
Is that
siblings.
something you
diba?
can get behind? Double
Pwede ba
champ
yun? Is it possible?
siblings? Yes.
Oh, diba? Oh, it's a double champ, diba? It's gonna be a double champ na title fight, diba? There's a backstory. There's a connecting backstory, and it's easier to market. It's easier to diba? It's easier to what do you call this? It's easier to sell, kumbaga. Diba? Kasi ako, bigla nagugulat na lang ako, uy, may one pala na ngayon? May one pala na diba? Medyo diba? You can never see ONE FC. ONE FC has really good production, has really good officials, has really good fighters. It's just bringing everything together. That's one challenge I'm seeing with their promotion. It's like everyone's, diba? It's hard to make stories. It's hard to build branding and marketing for the fight card. I don't understand why they can't.
The main problem is
it's very possible with their resources, pero
coach. Parang may Muay Thai, may kickboxing.
yun
So parang,
diba?
what do I watch?
They're diversifying their portfolio. They want to be everywhere. Diba? It's hard It's a very tricky situation to be in. And I don't know. Dapat din, I think they have to
balak pa nila ng diba?
Labanan ng magkakapatid.
Balak pa nila ata mag-combat grappling of sorts.
Oh yeah, for Gordon. Tsaka may boxing
diba?
din ata
They're
silang
signing a lot
upcoming.
of grap. They want
Once nilang ginawa pero parang balak
diba?
pa nila sanang gawin ulit
I really think na it's possible with their brand, it's possible with their financial resources, diba? Pero I think they should do it in increments. Yung parang let's focus on one sport, then eventually let's diversify here, then let's diversify here, then diba? Mag-spread tayo paunti-unti.
Parang
diba?
Parang yung ginawa ng Bellator, no? Bellator kickboxing.
Sige, go guys. May binabasa lang ako.
Oo. Tama, may Bellator kickboxing, JC. Tapos, kung magbo-boxing sila, parang pagdating doon, i-develop yun na maganda in terms of parang pagdating nito, meron na kayong at least 3 divisions with you. for boxing.
Yeah.
Hindi yung tipong kunyari yung nung dinala ng UFC yung women's divisions, parang dalawa pa lang, 'di ba? Strawweight at saka bantamweight.
Tsaka yung naalala ko yung card na ginawa nung one na
yun
may
lang muna
boxing
ka.
headliner.
Diba?
Weird yun kasi isang fight lang yung boxing.
Yeah.
Weird,
diba?
Weird eh.
'Di ba? Ang gulo eh. Gumugulo talaga. Gumugulo yung yung nangyayari. So, thank you so much 1FC for putting out that fight card. Amazing knockout victory in the first round by Drek
Again.
Zamboanga.
Hey.
Congratulations to Drek Zamboanga on your lightweight debut. And then we switch on over to JC for some boxing news.
Yes. Sa boxing natin medyo
There's
madami din last
yan.
weekend. Sa boxing natin medyo marami rin last weekend eh. Sa Thailand, we had a kababayan who fought, si Adrian Lerasan. He fought a Thai for the vacant WBC Asia Super Flyweight Championship, which he won. Apparently, medyo controversial siya of sorts, not because of the way he won, but the way the ref officiated the fight. Kasi parang the ref had to stop the fight on the second knockdown. Nung first knockdown ni Lerasan dun sa kalaban niya na kay Panyacum, parang halos hindi na naka-recover pero tinuloy pa rin yung laban eh. So I think Panyacum got beaten up way more than he should have. Tapos si Guillermo Rigondo also fought this weekend against our kababayan Vincent Astrolabio, and surprisingly yung kababayan natin won against Rigondo in a very decisive unanimous decision win. Na itong laban na to very surprising sa akin kasi like we've mentioned in other episodes, yung isang magandang trait ng boxers dapat na magkaroon yung mga boxers natin is knowing how to cut angles in the ring. That's exactly what Astrolabio did to stop Rigondo from moving around. Which, you can't help but compare it from the Rigondo versus Casimero fight from before. Na sabi nila takbo ng takbo si Rigondo. Astrolabio had the tools to stop Rigondo very decisively. And I think
Tsaka was able to knock him down.
Yeah, solid pa yung, as in legit na knockdown, hindi yung suntok sa batok na knockdown from the Casimero fight. And I believe na itong si Astrolabio, although medyo raw talent pa siya, malaki chance nito na maging champion sometime soon dito rin sa bantamweight division. And then undercard niya, meron tayong kababayan na nawalan na unfortunately natalo against actually apoton ng isang Cuban boxing legend si Mark Janiap. He lost against Jadier Herrera. Jadier Herrera is the grandson of a Cuban Olympic legend. Unanimous decision naman, pero syempre sayang. Mark John Yap is, I believe he had a title na nawala, unfortunately. And then, yung isa sa mga pinakamalungkot, Jerwin Ancajas lost against Fernando Martinez na via unanimous decision. He lost his title and medyo sobrang beaten up ni Ancajas dito sa laban na to. Napanood niyo ba yung laban? How did you think of Ancajas' performance?
Yan, to help us, okay? To help us with breaking down these fights. And then this guy covered the Sandman Bubble event. We got Mr. John Yambao, PH Boxing Corner. What's up, bro?
Welcome, Tony.
Did you just laugh?
Or nasa Jensen ka pa?
Diba? Kababalik mo lang.
Sa Manila na, sa bahay na ako.
Kahapon.
Yes, sir.
Ayan.
It's nice to see you guys.
Okay. Let's JC's question. How did you see the Ancajas fight? Kasi ako para sa he got outclassed, he got outperformed, he looked fatigued. So ikaw, John.
Ito nga, no, kasi after the fight, Jerwin was very vocal about moving up. Parang sabi niya, di na daw niya kaya 115. I think he was really drained, trying to make the weight. And makita natin dun sa performance niya, he was a little bit flat-footed. He didn't box as much. And mukhang naapektuhan nga yung performance niya because of the, trying to make the weight. But props to Puma Martinez, who gave Jerwin a hell of a fight. I think they combined, I think they threw over almost 1,600 punches, parang ganun. And with Puma landing about more than 400
almost
power
500
shots.
yata, no? Na tumama
mga ganon. So I think magre-reflect yun dun sa sa itsura ni Ancahas. You can really see na he was really hurt. Wala tayong reklamo dun sa sa scorecards. He was really outworked, and talagang gutom yung yung challenger. So well-deserved win for Puma Martinez.
Did you notice na parang iba yung galaw niya? Did you notice na parang medyo iba yung galaw ni Jerwin compared to his previous fights?
Oo, bro.
He was trying something
legs,
different.
Yun din. And parang hindi niya na-take advantage. For me, yung notice ko, hindi niya na-take advantage yung size niya.
Yeah.
I think masyado siyang nakipagsabayan kay Puma. Pero yung fighting Puma's fight, 'di ba? Kasi may reach advantage siya, meron siyang yung size advantage, but hindi nag-manifest doon eh.
Yeah, tama. Yun nga yung isa nakakapagtaka doon sa laban na yan eh. I mean, he was bigger, he was longer, pero parang hindi nag-matter. Parang Margarito versus Pacquiao yung dating, sabi nga nung iba.
Oo. And parang
and then John was able to
Sorry, go ahead.
To Go.
Ayun, parang na-mention din kasi
Sige,
ni
go, John. Parang may delay
sorry.
tayo eh.
Na-mention din ni
Sige,
ni Jerwin
go.
na hindi na daw nagre-respond yung body niya. Parang nakikita niya yung mga suntok, but yung body niya hindi sumusunod dun sa gusto niyang gawin. So I think the game plan was there. It was just a matter of execution. Pero baka nga dahil na-drain siya sa weight, hindi na nag-re-respond yung body niya.
And then, how was the experience covering the Sandman bubble? Okay, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Grabe yung solo kasi si attorney dyan doon. Ang galing nung niya, coverage niya.
Daming very good feedback dun sa commentating mo dun.
Thank you.
Oh, very positive, very good feedback on the commentary. That was really good, very technical and methodical. How was the experience of covering the fight? And then, please, let's see, who are your notable fights for that event?
Right. So, first of all, props to Franco, to Pau Salud, sa lahat na nagsosolo. Ang hirap pala magsalita mag-isa because it's like you're talking to yourself. Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang
for how many hours, Attorney John?
For how many hours? Starting 3 p.m. hanggang gabi.
Yun.
So, mahirap kasi yung dynamics kung mag-isa ka lang, no? Kasi you can't throw ideas off of your partner o kung sino mang kasama mo. So, kahapon, nakita ko si Jason Mama palakad-lakad. Sabi ko, Jason, halika nga dito. Magkwento, tayo, pag-usapan natin yung fight para at least mag-bounce lang kami ng ideas off of each other. So, yun lang. Gusto ko lang sabihin na it's really...
It's not a joke, right?
It's not a joke. Ibang klase yun. So, dun sa fight, they had 9 fights. So, bali 8 doon from Sandman. And of course, yung mga kalaban nila. And si Pete Laurente, who joined yung card also. So, yung napansin ko doon, notable fights, first of all, si Laurente, grabe yung performance niya. Kung makita niyo yung replay, he knocked out si Casido in 2 rounds. And kung makita niyo yung how he knocked this guy out, uppercut, pero he threw the uppercut after niya mag-sidestep. Parang Loma-esque yung pagka-deliver niya. So, it was picture perfect
Diba?
and ang ganda nung delivery. And then,
Diba?
Parang
Sir
sumuko
TC
na lang
of
yung
their
corner
coach.
ng
Shout
kalaban niya,
out.
di ba?
Coach Titing Laurente in the house. Ayan. Ito po, Coach Titing. Congratulations sa inyo. Congratulations to Pit Laurente. That was a really good, sensational second round knockout. Ang ganda. Ang ganda ng execution. Just like what John said, it was an uppercut after the sidestep. Gives you very Lomachenko-ish. Okay? So, very good footwork
That's right.
there. Sige, John. Continue the updates.
Yes, and dun sa main events, kasi parang triple header siya eh. Andun si Melvin Jerusalem who is ranked almost parang number 1 na siya most sanctioning bodies eh. OPBF champion pa siya. He fought si Ramel Antaran. Notably, si Ramel Antaran, ito rin yung nakalaban ni Mark Barriga. You know, si Antaran talaga always comes to fight. So kahit quality yung mga kalaban niya, makikita mo may moments pa din siya eh. And he really made Melvin work for that win. And may mga times no na parang kakabahan ka, mukhang masisilat pa to si Melvin, but like a true champion, nakapag-adjust si Melvin and he was able to outbox si Antaran. And yung isa pa si KJ Cataraha who is undefeated in now 14 fights, no? 14-0 with 12 knockouts. So he's riding on a 5 KO streak na ngayon. And sa 115, I think he's gonna make a lot of noise there. That division is stacked, by the way. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. I think may future tong bata na to. And aware din tayo na he sparred with Inoue, with Raymart Gabalio, mga ganyang quality fighter. So he can really hold his own. So I'm really excited dun sa prospects niya kung ano pang pwede niya magawa sa 115. And for the main event naman, super close, super competitive. Esnet Domingo
Medyo
against Jesse
controversial
Espinas.
to,
Very controversial. Correct. Tama yung sinabi mo, JC. In fact, I scored the fight in favor of
7-3
Espinas.
or something about that,
Mga ganon, mga 6-4, 7-3. I mean, but it was, for me, I think Jesse Espinas did more. He landed the cleaner punches. Sabi ko nga kay JC, sabi ko, bro, I have to be objective. I know, inimbita mo ako dito, pero yun yung nakita ko. Siyempre, I call it how I see it. But I can't naman argue with the judges kasi they're in a better position. And if they saw things differently, then it is what it is.
Diba? And how was the atmosphere, John? Like when you were there, the
May audience
bubble,
na nga
how
ba
was
dun?
the production, diba?
Or wala?
Wala pang audience, but inalaw yung mga ibang, syempre mga kasama ng boxers, yung team, ganyan. So, and may GAB naman yung mga officers ng GAB to supervise the fights. And so very pili lang yung tao nandun, but iba pa rin yung actually may mga sumisilip dun sa mga sa mga bakod-bakod, pero di natin makokontrol yun. But they closed naman the gym. So beyond their control na yung sa mga nasa labas. So it was a great event. By the way, nakadalawang event sila this February, kakatapos lang nung Sandman Bubble 7. Talagang medyo nag-i-invest talaga si JC Manangkil of Sandman Promotions sa boxers na, and mukhang by March meron na naman ulit. So I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Grabe yun. Thank you, Sandman Promotions. Thank you, Attorney
making up for
John,
lost
for
time,
all these updates. As in, diba, ang ganda. As in, the production was good. Buti nakisabay yung internet connection and everyone got a piece of boxing entertainment and the sport of boxing dun sa, di ba, all the way. Saan ba si Sandman? Jensen si Sandman, di ba?
Jensen.
Jensen, di ba? So so we got boxing action all the way from General Santos City. Attorney John Yambao of PH Boxing Corner, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the time. And please, where can everyone find you? Plug the
Thank you for having me, guys.
channels,
It's always a pleasure.
bro.
Thank you. Okay, this is John of PH Boxing Corner. Please follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. It's PH Boxing Corner. For updates on Philippine boxing, highlights, and lahat ng boxing content ng mga Pinoy boxers natin. So please continue to support yung fighters natin. And by the way, shoutout lang kay Charlie Suarez. I'm wearing my Team Suarez shirt. May laban siya sa March 12 versus Tom June. So it's gonna be a great fight. I think it's for the WBA super featherweight yata or featherweight title. So Asia. So good luck, Charlie and Tom June.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you so
ano
much.
yan,
Congratulations on popping your
Iko-cover
cherry,
natin yan.
Attorney John.
Thank you.
Diba? Talking straight para ilang oras din yun. John, thank you so much. Appreciate
Grabe
the
yun.
time, man.
Thanks for having me, bro. I'll see you later, bro.
Ayan, parang nawala si JC.
Nawala si Tito JC. Think it's an
Diba?
internet thing.
Nawala
Maybe
si
we can
Mr.
bring in
Reyes. Nawala
our
si Mr.
other
Reyes.
surprise guest.
Our other surprise guest. Now we are going to venture into
best.
the world of MMA.
Yes, sir.
Diba? Our distinguished guest, everyone, okay? He is one of the, this is the best behind the scenes. Okay? As in the best guy for production, covering, giving you the best shots, giving you the best angles for the action. Okay? We have Bin Cuevas from the Sports Bin. What's up? What's up, Bin?
Hello, musta? And thank you sa
Bin.
introduction dyan.
Uy,
Hello,
my
guys.
God.
Franco.
Nakabihis si...
Bakit medyo
Bin,
formal
why?
ka pa eh?
Could you do it for us? Please don't do it for us.
Hindi
Good
kasi
to see
wala
you.
na akong mga shirt eh.
Diba?
Naubusan ako ng mga ganyang shirt eh.
Parang galing ka ng
Una-una.
binyag.
Ay, hindi. Ano tayo dyan? Ano natin yan? Ilalakad natin yan. Diba?
Coach Franco will hook
Ilalakad
you
ka
up
ni-
with
ilalakad ka
athletic
ni-
apparel.
Oh, I'll hook you up with some high rollers, bro. Diba?
Pero ano,
Yung mga kami
siyempre,
dyan.
kailangan
mga
kapag nandito
fanboys kami ng
tayo,
high rollers.
kailangan pag nandito tayo, suot din natin to.
Ay, ayan!
Yan, bigay ni JC.
Yan!
Ayun!
Di ba?
Yan.
Yes!
Oh, well prepared.
Yes! Diba? The merch. The merch.
Tito Podcast sa Tito
Diba?
Podcast.
Yan yung mga, ito yung mga,
Yan, ganyan.
Kaya pala na-apollo ka, Tito. Grabe ka
Mr.
naman.
Bin.
Yeah.
Papa, hindi tito. Papa.
Papa Bin. Okay, sorry.
Papa yan. Papa.
Bin,
Shoutout
napanood
pala
mo
kay
diba?
Carl James
Oy!
Martin. Nanonood pala sa atin.
Uy.
Wow!
Yan, isang malaking shoutout kay
Grabe.
Wonder Boy, the champ. Okay, the Philippine champ. He is watch out for this guy. Naalala ko tuloy, there was one episode with me and si Ikashano. Talaga gumawa kaming list, fighters to watch out for. Nandun si Pet Laurente, nandun si Cataraha, tapos pareho kaming nagsulat.
Delivering,
Carl James Martin. Sabi namin, and now to see him progress, and he is part of the fight card sa March 12. So please, watch and support that. I will cover that event. Champ, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're gonna talk more boxing, and then we're gonna talk MMA. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow Carl James Martin on his social media. Just type in his name, Carl James Martin. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. So, ang tawag dito, so we go first, sige, muna tayo, local MMA, we're gonna go local MMA. So last weekend, last weekend, we did the PMAF, Philippine MMA Federation. So you can hop on to Facebook, type in PMAF, PMMAF, so Philippine MMA Federation. They did one of their local qualifiers. And it was a super jam-packed na fight card. Ang ganda ng mga laban. As in, ang ganda
Short lang, diba?
ng mga
Pero
laban. Halos
maraming
lahat
finishes,
finishes and submissions.
Nice.
Sobrang daming finishes. As in, yung finals na lang halos yung decision. Pero it was a hard-fought na laban. Of course, standout would be yung camp ni Coach Gabriel D, si D Incredible MMA. Yung dalawang he had like 2 or 3 fighters, and then one of his fighters, si John McCleary. I'm sorry if I forgot the name, pero if I mess up the name, pero that guy has been a staple in the local MMA Federation events, and he won against Israel Balikasan, who is the brother of Arsenio Balikasan. Special mention sa si Israel kasi he's like Nate Diaz, man. He Nate Diaz that event. As in, he
What do you
was
mean?
he was
With
functioning on
attitude?
cardio and over dude,
Oh,
attitude. Hindi naman, I mean, this guy's hindi naman siya swaggy, pero dude, everyone was throwing everything at him, pero wala, he just kept coming forward. As in, when he realized na, hey, I can outlast these people. Diba? All I have to do is keep punching, keep a steady pace, overwhelm them, and I'm gonna reach the finals. And that's exactly what he did. As in, nakipagsabayan siya, dude. As in, wild. I'll do my best to post some of the snippets of the action during the weekend. Pero grabe. Talaga naghanap ako ng mga tao na nag-video. There were 2 fights. Yung semis niya na laban, tsaka yung finals niya na laban against yun nga yung bata ni Coach Gabriel D. Nagsuntukan lang silang dalawa. It was a war of attrition. As in, it was very methodical and technical, pero alam mo yun, they were just there to break each other's will. As in, kung sino na lang talaga yung susuko, makikita mo na lang talaga. Buti na lang Gab was there to motivate and to inspire, motivate, and keep his fighters' head in the game. Tapos yung corner naman ni Israel were also doing the same thing. They were putting him, making sure that he remained focused. Kasi ako, dude, any other fighter would have given up in that fight. As in wild. As in bakbakan sila. Bakbakan. So, I mean, major shout out to the people of the Philippine MMA Federation. High rollers.
Dapat mag-stream na nito mga laban natin sa
happen.
MAF
Ano yun sabi ko nga, sabi ko, they should have documentation of the fights and then let's post it so that people will know.
Exactly.
Because these fights are amazing, bro.
Sayang.
So,
yun actually, sayang.
Wild. Diba? And speaking
Sino
of
si
another
Arsenio?
wild
Meron siya
event,
nung
yan, si Arsenio. Sa
No,
ESFC,
kitang-kita
diba?
yung one punch finish niya dun sa laban niya. Documented.
Diba? Documented. And speaking of another wild event, we did, was part of Real Street Fighting. So that's RSF. Real Street Fighting is an MMA
I want to hear about
event.
this
Okay,
one.
it's a professional MMA event. Yan. And that's why we have the Sports Bin on the show. Okay, because he did the live commentary as well online on his
the
channel.
ground.
So follow the Sports Bin on Facebook. Diba? And then I was there to judge the event and do some hosting and some announcing. Diba? Masaya siya gawin. So
How was the
again,
energy
for RSF,
over there?
thank you so much. Thank you so much to Aaron Catuna for making this fight card. So it's Aaron Catuna, Alfred Gialogo, Professor Neil Azarcon, and of course Chief Professor Alvin Aguilar for mounting this event. It's a ladder tournament. It's a tournament style ladder tournament na purely MMA. So it's the flyweights. Tama ba? 125 So I think it's
125
flyweights.
Di ko. Di ba? 125. And it was amazing. Bin, how was the experience watching it?
Una-una kasi napilitan lang manood. Pero naging sulit yung panonood ko. Super biglaan lang talaga yung moment. Sige, catch up na lang ako kinabukasan. Pero ang kinaganda sa rito, it's the accessibility kasi. Yung tipong biglaan mo lang na gusto manood, afford ko pala, 100 lang. So why not, di ba? Sabi kong ganun. So actually, yung ease of way na makapanood ka, makabili ka ng pay-per-view, sobrang dali lang niya. GCash lang kailangan mo, wala ng mga fees unless na credit card ka. Super dali lang. Very accessible to the common person. Actually, very accessible siya kasi malaki na nga yung event, 100 lang yung bayad mo. Samantalang sa smaller events, bayad ka ng 250, 500 sa iba. Mga dati, nung pre-pandemic, karon ng mga rates talaga. So ito, very
low barrier to entry, Bin. GCash
low
lang
barrier.
pala
Ito ang importante actually, yung low barrier entry doon.
Pag humingi pa naman ng libre, ewan ko na lang,
Yun pa naman ng yan ang sakit ng mga tao
Pero okay naman yung stream. How was the streaming experience? Okay naman yung niya, yung headroom, yung live feed.
Hindi
Sa akin kasi sa streaming experience ko naman kasi is okay siya eh. Kasi ano siya talaga eh, parang syempre, parang may kaunting mga putol lang, interruptions, but nothing necessarily na parang nakakasira ng experience. One thing na parang nagulat ako, akala ko nung laban ni Mark Itaas, parang pagka-slam sa kanya, naputol yung internet. Naputol yung stream. So,
Ganun kalakas yung slam.
Diba? O yan, sabi ni Johan Coe, the stream was good, in fairness.
Ayan,
So,
yan ang pumilit sa akin.
Okay.
Yan yung I think this is another frontier for fans to have access to MMA events.
Finally,
And
may
yun nga, the
pay-per-view
best
ng
yung
possible.
sinabi ni Carl tsaka ni Bin, 'di ba? Barriers barriers to entry talaga. Bremo, you get a link, you just pay.
Ganun
Diba?
lang
Hopefully
kadali.
the link works all the time. Yan yung medyo growing pains natin.
Yun minsan eh. Yung
Hindi,
paiba-iba yung
hindi ako
link.
nakapasok kaya hindi ako nakanood eh.
O yun
Parang
din
hindi
eh.
nakapasok sa
We
link.
got a few We got a few feedback din na ganun eh. Nahirapan daw sila
Hindi na
makapasok. Pero at least for
makapag-register.
some, medyo okay siya.
Pero yung ganun eh, yung
ang
parang
ganda
you
nung
don't need a credit card, you just need GCash, parang ganun, make it
Yung
easy for
convenience na lang na
people,
wala na excuse.
to want to watch it, di ba? Hindi yung tipong padadaanin mo sa
Tsaka,
ayaw ni Needle. Go.
Tsaka tawag dito, the fight card delivered. Kasi wala akong masabi. Every time Alfred Gialogo and Aaron Catuna will do a fight card, you know na it's going to deliver. They have this unique imagination of how things will pan out, how things will play out when it comes to the execution of fight night. Ang galing. Ang ganda ng fight card. Who were the standout fighters for you, Bin?
Sa akin actually, una-una, congratulations Coach Franco for doing the announcement. Yun na una ko napansin. Actually sa akin, yung pinaka-standout talaga. Well, ako, papasok dito kasi nung nanonood ako, when I knew na may fighter si Gabdi dito, my favorite was actually Kenneth Manigat. Pero, personal favorite ko naman, without the information talaga, I would like Mark Itaas to go and win the win it all. Kasi, we've been following him from nung bata pa siya. Ay, bata pa rin siya eh. From his start, Muay Thai, MMA. So, parang tuloy-tuloy, we see a progress talaga sa laro niya. And then another one, actually, nung nandun na ako, yung pinaka-dark horse ko, nung napanood ko na lahat ng laban, was actually, Paes. John Paul Paes ang nakita ko kasi he was against Kenneth Maningat. And Kenneth Maningat, of course, coming from Gabdi's camp, in-expect mo, nandun kasi na parang, the coaching is there, the promotion is there. Kasi the way na paglakad niya sa labas, he has the swag actually nung paglabas niya. He was looking at all the cameras and then Gabdi was whispering to his ear, look at that camera, look at that camera. Tinuturo niya lahat ng camera nung nandun.
Alam niya yung
And
angles
then yun
niya.
lang. Oo, tapos yun lang. Na-disappoint ako nung nandun na. But he got to someone na replacement fighter din na talagang tumapat sa laro niya na hindi talaga tinigilan yung pressure sa kanya habang dinedefend yung mga leg submission attempts sa kanya.
So this thing started as mostly a spectacle kind of promotion, di ba? Coach Franco, kamusta yung development niya into a legit tournament?
There were a lot of testing nung the first one. And then pagdating dito sa
Nagbago rin
second
yung rules
edition,
agad, diba?
it clearly showed iniba lang yung oras. Parang hinati lang yung oras. So from, di ba, the first round was 6 minutes, we went back to 5 minutes. Di ba? 5 minutes and then 3 and then 3. And I really think that this is a very unique format that we now know and we now see, di ba, after the second event, that Filipino fighters can do this. Di ba? They're very capable of doing this. But at the same
Do you
time,
mean
we're
to say,
not
Coach,
compromising
this is a
their
global
safety
rule
kasi-
set na siya? Global rule set na siya?
Hindi naman siya global rule set. We adhered to the unified MMA rules.
Unified.
And then we tweaked it in such a way na we tweaked it in such a way na by the semis, yung second round, 3 minutes, 3 rounds na lang. So it doesn't endanger the fighter, and it keeps the fighter fresh as they progress to the next round. So hindi masyadong alam mo yun, it now really depends dun sa strategy mo on what you're gonna do. Do you want to go full 3 rounds or are you going to finish the fight right away? diba? And I have the same names
No
na
time for
notable
slacking,
fighters.
ano?
John Paul Paez. Oh, diba? Paez was really good. And then for me, the two main heroes in that event, of course, you have to give it to the champion. Okay, the
Yes.
champion from Catalan Fighting System. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan. Kita mo, I'm so bad with names.
Kimbert Alintoson.
Ayun.
Sino yung
Kimbert
si
Alintoson.
Kimbert Alintoson. So he sa isang bracket, he dominated the fights kasi. So that's one route. We're seeing two different routes leading to the final. So the first route was Kimbert Alintoson. He was dominating his opponents. He had good skill, he had good cardio, he had a good strategy. So he had good striking and he had good good grappling. Then on the other side, okay, si Mark Julian Itaas. Okay, for me, Mark Julian Itaas was the main story for this event.
People's champ.
People's champ.
For me, he's the people's champ. Okay, for me, Mark Julian Itaas is the people's champ here. So Mark Julian Itaas is from Bullyville Fight Team, and he is under Cyrus Evan Gredonia. Okay, this guy, Muay Thai, Tankatu pa to eh. Diba? Tapos his dad was there. He has a very supportive team. He has very supportive teammates. And the backstory is this. Wala siyang main gym. They were training sa garahe ng coach niya. Okay?
Wow.
So it goes to show if you're
Sinarado
a
nila
fighter, all you need. So as long as you have determination, you have discipline, you have guidance from your coach, you have a supportive team that is willing to spend their time with you to prepare you for a fight or for a tournament, you have supportive parents, diba? You are going to go places. You will be successful. As in si Mark Julian Itaas, yung may pinakamahirap na pinagdaanan to the finals. As in, when people found out, found out that it was easy for them to take him down, they would take him down, hold him down, and then attack from there. Now, if you're just another fighter, gagawin mo lang, pag na-take down ka, okay, wala na, give up na lang ako. Pero this guy did not give up. He did his best. His coaches were barking instructions. He was following them to the T, as in he was listening. And then he capitalized on his offense. He capitalized on his strengths. He was really good in striking. More importantly, sobrang may puso tong batang to. Sobra.
Nice.
As in, without a doubt, yung tapang nandun.
So this is our new
yung
superstar to watch out for.
Yes. I guess we can say that.
If he maintains the focus, if he remains his discipline and listens to his coaches, this guy's going places. As in, for me, as in, ang dami niyang pinagdaanan, bro. As in, siya yung pinakabugbog dito. Going to the final, siya yung pinakabugbog, man. Siya yung pinakabugbog.
Pero enjoyable lang fights niya, guys.
I never
enjoyable.
Sobrang
Kasi if you see yung mga laban niya, talaga action-packed lahat eh. When you see the action kasi sa kanya nung lumalaban siya, I think everyone figured out, sabi nga ni Coach Franco, everyone figured out that you have to take him down. What's great about when he was taken down kasi he remained active talaga doon sa ground. And then doon sa ground niya, parang doon sa kanyang last semi-final bout with Eli Fernandez, you see na parang he knows what to do, and then parang talagang tinatiming niya because Eli Fernandez on the semis kasi talaga, you can see every end of the round na talagang pagod na siya. He could not get himself up, pero he kept dominating the first two rounds. So they had to find out when yung timing niya talaga to execute the second triangle that he did na nakapanalo sa kanya.
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, if we see him in the big league soon,
kasi
diba?
Go.
Yeah, I mean, if we see him in the big league soon,
Go, Karl.
won't be a surprise. And we can say na nakita nyo na siya first, like from the grassroots, definitely.
Little known fact dito kay Marquita, siya yung division nga ba to sa Forza MMA, inaugural champ siya dun before. So, and kami ni Ben nakita na namin siya in the smaller leagues naglalaro before. So we knew na, Mark Itaas
This guy is
would
very
do good
promising.
habang tumatagal eh. And yun nga, yung ground game talaga ever since, yun ang medyo weakness ni Itaas. Pero I'm sure makaharap lang yun ng better coaches to get him ready sa ground game niya. Grabe yan. I mean, he's one of the guys to watch out for
This guy's
in local MMA.
and this kid's still young, Bata pa to. Tapos he's learning, his grappling has improved. And for me, yung kwento ni Ben kanina, that was the fight of the night for me. He was losing that fight. Okay, he was losing that fight. And then
Actually,
he just
both
never
fights.
gave up on that
Maski yung
triangle.
una.
Sakto. Pasok yung, diba? Tapos,
Anderson Silva eh.
tas ito yun. Oo, Anderson Silva. As in,
Silva Chonen,
pagpasok
no?
ng triangle,
Oo.
kita mo na talaga. Oo. As in, di ba, he got the triangle, tapos pikit na lang talaga, tapos piga. Pikit-piga, tapos nagdasal. Tapos bigla nag-top siya.
Hail Mary triangle.
Nakalimutan ko, judge ako, napapalakpak ako, napacheer ako eh. Sabi ko, alang, grabe yung laban na yun. Grabe yung laban na yun. Kasi,
imagine kung
it goes
talagang
to
alam
show
niya na yung
na
gagawin, ano?
even if you're down 2 rounds, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep going, and going, meron at merong butas kang makikita. Yun yung nangyari sa kanya. He was losing. It was halfway through the 3rd round. He never
Should
stopped
we
fighting.
change his moniker?
Tapos, one
Kasi
thing
diba,
that
from Wonder Boy, dapat yata Pinoy zombie na siya.
di ba? Pwede. Tingnan natin. Depende sa coaches niya. Depende sa ano nila. Pero one thing that a lot of people can learn from this guy is you never give up. Okay? You never give up. Another thing I saw with Mark Julian Itaas is his composure. There were instances na he got rocked. Alam mo, jelly leg siya, pero hindi siya nagpanic. The composure was
It's
there.
such an important, parang intangible quality.
Even if his opponent, sobrang intangible yon, okay? Your calm under pressure, grabe yon. Sobrang veterano. Kaya nga when it was Alintoson versus Itaas, everyone was watching. As in, before the first round, everyone was quiet. As in, pagbaba ko ng microphone, sabi ko nung meron, as in makikita mo lahat ng tao nanonood, pati yung production nanonood. Parang they were so looking forward to that fight. Ang galing. Ang ganda nung laban. Ang ganda nung event. Promise. So, I think with positive feedback
Sana
from
available
the
na yung
audience
full
and
fights,
people online. Oo nga eh. I think they will...
Yeah, I hope they do that kasi if people missed
siguro
it,
ipapalabas
kahit
nila
wala
sa
eh.
YouTube ni Rendon.
Alam ko
yeah.
dati nung nakaraan, nung one
The
meron
first
sa Makagago.
one, I think
Was
is...
up, man. Sa Makagago was up man, nandun yung RSF
sa
1.
channel ni Makagago tsaka ni Rendon. I think I saw
ilagay na lang
recap
natin,
of
coach, sa
the
ano mo
first one.
kung may link na sila to watch it. For people who want to
Oo
watch
nga.
it again.
Kaya nga,
Baka
so that,
pwedeng ilagay na lang sa ano mo.
so that people can
page
watch
mo.
it, at least the highlights man lang of each fight. 'Di ba? Kasi ang ganda. Wala akong masabi. Ang ganda ng fight cards. So nakakadalawa na po si RSF, Real Street Fighting. Please follow them on Facebook. Okay, they have a really good Facebook page, and we will cover the succeeding events there. Bin, any other notable fighters that you saw dun sa RSF2?
Yan, syempre, yung nabanggit ko na rin si Paes. Kasi the resiliency kasi nung pagka-attempt sa kanya nung leg lock, hindi siya nagpanic talaga. He kept raining down the ground and pound talaga doon kay Maningat. So talagang handa sila na ready talaga sa ground game nila. Kasi karamihan actually doon sa mga Gabdi fighters, they're all, kahit na si Gabdi is a striker, all of them actually are very good ground fighters. Hindi and I know na nabanggit sa ni JC na para may professional boxers silang inaampon para maging MMA fighters. Pero karamihan sa nila nag-stand out is actually yung grappling nila when they fight in the cage. Aside from that, kasi yung nakita ko pa rito na parang, well, si Eli Fernandez, he showed really good good performance talaga siya kasi first fight niya, dominating the first fight kay Quintos. Won via rear naked choke. And then the second fight, syempre, almost winning naman doon kay Itaas. Cardio lang talaga ang kalaban niya. And then, tingin ko, aside from that, kasi, syempre, si Kimber Talintoson, quick finish naman nung second round niya doon sa semifinals niya. I think kung general idea naman, kung what I really noticed about doon sa fights kasi, siguro yung marami dito sa mga fighters na to, we're fighting on a pro-am rule set kasi. Yung bawal ang elbows, bawal ang knees to the head. And I see a lot of fighters kasi dito na parang hindi sila aware or lack of awareness doon sa mga attacks na yun. Ready dito, sa side na to, ready na yung knee, ready na yung elbow. And then for Mark Itaas kasi, I'm for sure kasi kahit na nag-pro Muay Thai siya or doon sa Muay Thai rule set ng amateur state, wala naman knees to the... I'm not sure kung walang knees to the head, pero I know may elbows to the head kasi doon, kasi may pads eh. But he wasn't able to avoid yung mga ganung mga situation kasi hindi I'm not sure if aware sila if they can knee the opponent to the head during those attempts kasi. So I'm not really sure kasi di naman ako lumalaban talaga. Pero those kinds of awareness, kung nanonood ka madalas, kita mo yung mga ganung mga windows kasi. Aside from that, syempre, yung mga kinaganda doon sa event kasi they're giving exposure to the fighters na para masanay sila with the bright lights. Kasi tingin ko, yun ang malaking factor na kulang sa atin kasi yung sanay tayo ng mga Pilipino, sanay na tahimik. Ayoko doon, ayoko hindi, dapat laban lang. We don't make ways na talagang maging, to put our feet doon sa mismong stage na to. All we know is parang yung the dirty work, but we don't know, we don't know yung part na magpapadali sana sa buhay natin para mapunta doon sa stage na yun.
Yeah.
Such as cutting weight. Ganon. Yung mga ganun bagay.
Such a good point, Ben. Especially yung sinasabi mo na promotional side na one of the intangibles, like yung sinasabi ni Coach Franco, in fighting is yung composure mo. Pero isa pang intangible is how do you make yourself promotable? How do you make yourself likable by leagues, di ba? Parang yung naghahanap sila ng X factor eh. Like you don't need to be Conor McGregor, but you need to be somebody that they can push as a star, diba? And that's the point. Parang to make yourself a superstar in your own way, because it doesn't need to be somebody who takes the route of the loudmouth like Conor or anybody else. Pwede ka naman tipong Habib or Islam, ganun, diba? Promotable din naman yun.
Skills do the talking, mga ganun,
Oh, and your aura of seriousness is also promotable. Ang tanong ko sa inyo guys, yung Coach Franco and si Ben who were there, is there anything na you'd like to see them in an area where they can still improve and maganda na yung lower barrier to entry, pero anything else that you see where they could probably like take a bit more attention and push that way?
Ben, ikaw muna.
Ako muna. Siguro sa akin kasi kung doon sa mismong promotion talaga yung pinag-usapan natin dito. Or
mas enjoyable. How would
you
make it enjoyable?
Well, actually fina-follow ko naman sila and I know some people from the inside din naman who takes their photos, kasi di naman ako, di naman sa pinapromote sarili ko, pero sa mga ganung bagay kasi I'm very keen on to those na parang they have to be ready with the photos na parang to promote the fighters. Maganda yung ginawa nilang mga packages para sa nila. I'm not really involved sa RSF, baka kasi sabihin ng iba, may makarinig dito, I'm there, but I'm not really involved. Pero but the way
inputs lang to. Inputs lang tayo para makatulong.
Suggestions lang naman.
Suggestions lang to. Siguro doon kasi they need the post-fight kasi I think they need a post-fight interview for all of, kahit di man lang all of them, for the winners. Na after the fight, congratulate them, pull them aside. Kung hindi man kaya na nasa cage sila, pull them aside to an interview area. Yung mga ganung bagay, yung mga something, mga add-on lang. Ang dami namang vloggers na available dito na pwede din pumunta doon. And then aside from that, kasi when they win, syempre, aside from dun podium, nagsalita sila, get them interviewed outside of that podium din naman. To another interview area na kausapin mo sila, winner or the fighter, ganun din. Kasi ang RSF naman kasi party kay Rendon din yan, kay Maka Gigi din yan, which also promotes yung Battle of the YouTubers, and they want stories kasi tama dun si Coach Franco na people need to be interesting. You don't need to be interesting na parang gawa-gawa ka lang. You need to be authentically you, na someone na may mga tao talaga may X factor na natural kahit wala silang gawin, ganun talaga. Magaling. Pansin mo, gravitate towards you talaga. Pero for someone na hindi nag-gravitate yung ganong attention, they need to make things na para accessible ka. So pag tinanong ka, matutuman lang yung mga fighters ng counting orientation na parang pag tinanong ka naman dito, sumagot ka ng kung anong tingin mo sagot. Hindi ka na namin i-coach paano doon, pero at least but getting their feet wet with the exposure ng ganon consistently, kasi napansin natin dito, January may RSF, February, end of February may RSF. So are we expecting RSF March? March or early April. So at least pag nakikita mo na yung consistency, or nakikita mo yung baka merong RSF next 2 months, mapaghahandaan ng mga tao eh. Tapos maaabangan talaga nila. Unlike yung mga ibang promotion, boop, ay, kailan na ba? Ay, akala ko may championship tayo. Ay, puta na wala. Parang ganun-ganun, di ba? So, hindi mo alam kung paano mo ipopromote sarili mo kasi popromote mo sarili mo sa naliligaw na championship na hindi na napopromote.
Tama.
Parang ganun, di ba? So, di mo na alam. At least dito, alam mo yung consistency na kung nakita mo na yung gauge na to, 2 months pagitan, makikita mo na meron doong mapaghahandaan mo sarili mo doon sa mga moments na yun. And tingin ko dagdagan dito, if we could invite some fighters na from older RSFs to watch din doon para makita nila yung competition nila live.
Very good suggestion.
Di ba? Kasi it adds another layer na parang
tawag dito?
dead time. Sorry.
Ayan. See, the first RSF winner was there. And then pinag-face off nila. Pinag-face off nila yung RSF 1 tsaka RSF 2 winner. I think that is in line with what Bin is saying as well. So I totally agree with what Bin is saying. I will emphasize as well on the promotion of the event na I really hope that RSF will keep promoting the event even siguro at least 2 to 3 weeks prior dapat mas maingay ka na eh, di ba? You have
mag-ingay ka na ng pound your hype drum na.
Kasi if people know that there's an event and it's just online and it's cheap, they're gonna buy it. Especially with the positive feedback from the first 2 events, it's gonna entice them to sakto. Sakto. Johan Cuevas says the quality of the event is good, but I wish they advertise. Exactly, diba? This is exactly what I'm saying, and this is exactly what Bin is saying. This is exactly what Karl is saying.
Easy solution.
Diba? Maybe they can establish a storyline. Diba? Easy.
No, gastos tayo sa FB ads.
Diba? Easy
Exactly.
yan.
Maraming mga naman
diba?
It's not rocket science.
Sakto.
Diba?
Ayan.
Hey, here we go.
Speaking of PMAF, ayan, Gerald Galange. Okay, good evening. Isang malaking good evening at shoutout sa'yo, Gerald Galange. This guy fought over the weekend as well. Their gym is in Quezon. Maganda yung gym nila. It's overlooking a lake. Kaya pupuntahan nga namin yan minsan. Road trip MMA
Karate Kid
training. Overlooking a lake, bro. Ganda ng gym nila. Okay, so these are the things that will I really think din naman kasi na in line with the branding of the show and our intention is to tell the stories of the fighters. So if we're telling the stories of the fighters and the event and we're telling and the promotion is going to tell the stories of the fighters, it's going to promote the fight, it's going to promote the event even better. Diba? We're very happy with the turnout, pero yun nga, definitely it could be better, and I really hope na for RSF3 yan, sakto-sakto yung sinabi ni Bin eh. If it's consistently happening, baka in the next few months meron uling isa, diba? So
yun yung nagbi-build yung
fighters,
anticipation
coaches,
ng
and camps can prepare.
Diba? Yun din.
Oo.
I mean,
diba, you build up
namamahalan ba kayo sa 100? Kung namamahalan kayo, it's just 100 once a month, diba? Parang magtabi na kayo ng 100. Huwag na kayong magkape ng isang araw or something.
Mas mahal pa nga yung kape doon.
Yan.
Diba? And you're getting quality fights. You're getting quality fights. As in, ang ganda nung mga events. Okay? Sobrang ganda nung mga laban. So it's worth the 100 pesos and you're supporting the MMA community. So, ang nakakatuwa pa nga doon is another special mention for me is Ellie Fernandez. Okay? Ellie Fernandez and yung coach and
Nag-post siya
manager
ng
niya,
challenge,
si Mark
di
San
ba?
Juan, tsaka si Junjun Montilla.
Oo nga. Ano yung
Oo.
challenge
This
nila?
guy had a bounty on his head.
20K?
Basta there's a
Oh,
may bounty
sino
sa ulo
makanakot
ni
may
Ellie
20K?
Fernandez. Oo, di ba? So if you win the tournament and then you knock out Ellie Fernandez, there's an additional 20K. So parang that's added pressure for Ellie Fernandez. And he passed it with flying colors. As in,
Nice.
galing. Hindi siya na-knockout. Kaya after the event, sabi ko, walang naka-20 sa'yo. Sabi, walang nanalo ng 20 sa akin ngayon. Tapos,
Well, he is a very
Buti na lang.
hardy, very
Ang galing.
resilient guy naman, di ba? He's very built. He's very tough.
Sobra. Skill set is there. I just got injured halfway through. The one fight that I like is yung insider info or ewan ko kung nakita nila Binto dun sa live feed niya. When Ellie fought Itaas, Ellie Fernandez, Mark Julian Itaas, Ellie slammed Itaas. Okay? Sinlam niya si Mark Julian Itaas. Bang! Kita ko talaga na nakatulog si Itaas. Tapos, nag-follow up ng suntok si Ellie Fernandez. Nagising si Mark Julian. Sabi ko, buti na lang nagising.
See?
Dapat pala hindi niya sinapak uli.
Actually, nanonood ako noon.
Dapat talagang punta ng Pinoy Zombie pa ng moniker niya.
Diba? Kung hindi ka sanay makakita ng laban, hindi ka sanay manood ng laban, or hindi ka fighter, or hindi ka coach, di mo mapapansin yon. Okay, so again, I could be talking shit here, I could be wrong. Diba? Pero nakita ko lang, sabi ko yung sequence na yun, feeling ko nakatulog to. So pagbagsak, bang, may follow-up na suntok, bang, nagising. Sabi ko, oy, nagising. Sabi ko, sakto.
Dalawang beses na alog yung brain. One shut it off, one turned it on again. Diba?
Oo. Kasi sa akin, nangyari na rin sa akin yun eh. Sinapak ako ni Hoffman, nakatulog ako halfway through. Sinapak niya ako follow-up, nagising ako. Sabi ko, ba? So parang nag-on-off lang yung
Hello,
CTE! Yung mukha mo. No.
Yung brain mo.
Sabi ko, okay ito ah. Sabi ko, gising ah. So again, I mean, these are the really small backstories that when you watch it, diba, it's gonna provide you a really unique experience. So, and Ellie Fernandez was flown by his manager all the way from Cagayan de Oro. So, it goes to show yung pagtitiwala ng team ni Ellie at ng manager niya sa kakayahan niya. So they did, diba, they sacrificed a lot, and at the same time, may additional bounty. Ganon sila kabilib kay Ellie. Diba? And Ellie delivered. Diba? Sa part ni Ellie Fernandez, he delivered. So it's very nice to see these things unfold. It's very nice to know these stories unfold. So again, final words, Bin.
May tanong ako. Binayaran ba ni Ellie si Mark?
Ano?
Binigay ba ni Ellie yung TF niya kay Mark?
Hindi,
kasi 20,000
wala.
bounty.
Knockout ata yun, di ba? Knockout yung
Hindi siya na-knockout eh. Hindi siya
I only lose via knockout.
Ang usapan
I only
na.
lose via knockout.
I don't accept submissions as losses.
Hindi raw submission eh. Knockout ang usapan. Hindi na knockout. Kahit na stop it. Wala. Basta kailangan knockout. Wala naka-knockout.
It really sounds like
Open
nag-enjoy kayo,
diba?
guys. So, I'm hoping na there will be more events like this and matweak yung rule set, matweak yung promotion. Para parang everybody can get in on the fun.
Super.
Diba?
Isa pa dito.
Sobrang ganda na nangyari. Go, Bin.
Atawag dito. Tatanong ko lang kasi dito para sa mga nanonood ng mga fighters, what do they need to do to prepare para ma-call up ng RSF? Either as a alternate, as a main fighter, na lalaban talaga. Kasi, aside from gusto ko sana makita yung parang more alternates na naka-available. Pero yung, in general, do they reach out o does RSF reach out para alam talaga nila?
Ano yan tawag dito, when it comes to getting alternates, ang dyan is the matchmaker. So that's Neil Aaron Catunaw and Alfred Gialogo. So all they have to do is, of course, follow RSF. So you go to Real Street Fighting. Okay, you follow the page and then you message the page. You tell them, this is my fighter profile. I am in this so-and-so weight division. Diba? Lagay nyo na lang doon. Put it out there. And then, another thing you can do is reach out to Alfred and Aaron Catunaw. Diba? Tell them you're interested in fighting. And then make sure that you're just ko, okay, we've been in this business for so long. Alam na namin kung sino yung sinungaling, sino yung sino
Mga
yung
hot
totoo,
air lang.
okay? Oo, 'di ba? So, alam na natin 'yan. Alam na namin 'yan. So please be honest, 'di ba? Just say na you're debuting, this is your first time or you've only had so and so fights. Okay, malalaman at malalaman 'yan. So if your fight is good, if you have if you have a good track record, if you have a good portfolio, then you will be considered. It's all up to the head honchos of RSF to decide kung you're gonna be part of the next edition. Pero, I mean, I've worked with Aaron and Alfred for the longest time. We've done so many amateur events and URCCs. They've always delivered. These guys know what they're doing. They create, Bremo, you create a fight card that has a good story with fighters that can deliver. Sobrang hirap ng gawin yun. It takes talent and intellect to actually create a fight card like that. So again, big props to Aaron Catunaw and Alfred Gialogo for doing this. We look forward to more events. And again, everyone, please support local combat sports, support local MMA. Ben, thank you so much for being here. Where can people find you? Please plug your pages.
Mahanap niyo ako sa The Sports Bin MNL, IG, that's all. Makakadikit siya, MNL yung dulo. The Sports Bin in Facebook naman, may spaces naman yon. And Bin Cuevas, Facebook, kung gusto niyo mag-message sa akin, pwede pa plug lang ng mga services.
Go. That's why you're here,
malapit
brother.
Na si mga liga eh. Malapit na si mga liga, so Alert 1 na available tayo for photographer or videographer din sa mga basketball events din. So nag-shoot tayo ng mga ganun. Contact nyo lang kami, paano tayo mag-deal, ganun. So may mga liga kayo dyan, kahit nga, actually pati amateur boxing and amateur MMA, we're going to do that. We'll try to help you out, give you out more exposure. Hindi naman tayo madamot sa resources. All we need, kahit nga tumawag lang kayo for consultation, paano gusto nyo gawin, we can do that on a small scale. Yeah. Yun lang. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, everyone. Okay, we are in a digital economy. Okay, we're in the digital economy, and content is king. Content is your ticket to increasing brand awareness, increasing your marketability. So importante na meron kayong photos, meron kayong videos. We've worked with Ben for so many Ben for so many events. This guy knows what he's doing. OG to, as in alam niya. Iba yung tao nagpipicture lang for the sake of taking a photo. Pero Ben is one of those guys na he knows which moments to take. Okay, sobrang as in ilang basketball, combat sports, 'di ba? Kahit na any sporting event, kahit volleyball, kaya nila yun eh. So please,
any sports.
Okay? Just get the best kasi the memories that you will get, okay? Yung babayaran nyo, own content nyo na yun. May photos na kayo, may videos na kayo, naka-bank, nasa vault nyo na yun for the rest of your life. You can use it and repurpose it over and over again. So kung maganda yung footage, kung maganda yung picture, you can use it for so many purposes, okay? So importante na you have quality people behind the scenes who's making it happen. Especially yan, pag nagko-cover kami ng boxing events, Diyos ko, ang galing ni Ben mag-control. Bocha, ako, hindi ko kaya yun eh. Hindi ko isipin, kaya.
And at reasonable prices, di ba? Hindi OA yung charge.
Di ba?
Passion price.
Diba? Might as well get the pros, diba?
Yes.
Might as well get the
passion price.
Passion price. Siguro ayan ko na lang yun na hindi ako fan ng live na ganun eh. Yung ginaganon lang yun. Hindi ako fan na eh. Pero kayang gawin yun na maayos. Sinabi ko kayang gawin na maayos yun.
Oo naman. kailangan gawin ng maayos, di ba? Might as well do it right, di ba? Especially where the people you see on your screens right now are doing things for the love of the community. Listen, for the love, yan, lalo na si PH Boxing Corner, for the love of the boxing community. We want to provide the alternative content, the alternative na storytelling na maayos. Ang in everything that I do, from being an analyst to being an announcer, being a host, being a judge, being a referee, I have to highlight the event. I have to highlight the fighters. This is what my co-hosts are doing as well. They practically are. They've been doing this even before I did with Destroy MNL. So please, everyone, let's bring and uplift the community together. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow the Sports Bin. Okay, the Sports Bin MNL, Facebook, Instagram. And then, of course, there's Destroy MNL, Facebook, Instagram. JC Reyes for his breakdowns on TikTok. I am on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to our channels. And again, ayan, Coach Titing, again, congratulations. Sobrang ganda
Shoutout
ng laban ni Pit. Looking forward to hanging out with you guys here.
Comments din, ha?
Oh, Pit, congratulations, Pit Laurente. Okay.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Ganda.
By
Ganda
the way,
ng performance. Ganda
just
ng
as a last
execution.
if you guys
Go, Carl.
if you like Bin's hat, Bin's trucker cap, we are selling that soon to be available again.
Ayan.
Soon, di ba,
ako,
JC?
meron na ako niyan. So I suggest
Meron na
everyone.
si Coach Rocco.
Pati shirt magkakaroon na ulit.
Pati yung shirt, magkakaroon po ulit. Mas maganda.
Sulit yan. Sulit yung cap na yan. Ilang beses ko nang sinuot yan. Pati sa out of town ko, sinuot ko na yan.
Actually, malamig yung likod
yan.
yan.
Good fit.
Oo eh. Buti nga nakakuha
Kaya ko siya lagi
magandang
sinusuot
suppliers
kasi
yan.
malamig siya sa likod.
Malamig siya sa likod, di ba?
Di ba? Solid. Solid
Tapos,
siya.
Ganun ba yung rainbow na to?
thank you dito kay Libreng Comics na nakuha ko sa Shopee page niya. Wala akong pakaya pag wala akong kape na mug. Pag wala
Ang
akong
ganda nga yung mug na yan eh. Nung pinost ni JC, sabi ko panalo yung mug na yan ah. Ang galing.
Nakita ko lang sa
eh.
random sa Facebook kasi na-follow ko tong
Diba?
Thank you, Bin.
Nawala si JC. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will see you guys next week on another edition of Combat Sports Weekly. Bye-bye.
Salamat, Bin. Nagbihis ka pa.
Thank you.